Hello, listeners. Today, I'm in charge.
And I'm James.
And we're
Mostly Speaking Sentai.
Wow. Hey, guys. This week, James has been a little raccoon going around alleyways, sniffing around dumpsters, picking up all your trash and converting it into cash.
Ooh.
And speaking of the trash bandit, he's right over here across the room from me.
Hello, I'm here, guys. It's Topsy-Turvy Day.
It's Topsy-Turvy Day, baby.
Ooh, Nicole, you brought it up. I have found a 46-inch TV that works.
Which we don't need.
Well, we'll find a purpose for it. But also, what if one of our friends...
My friend Mars said he needs a TV.
Okay. Guess what? We got him a TV.
Okay.
We'll give the...
Because I was like, James probably has an extra one, but it's like as big as a computer monitor. And he's like, no.
Well, guess what? All Mars needs to do, he needs to get the base or a wall mount. And if he wants a remote control, get it. This could be a housewarming because he's getting an apartment, right?
Yeah, moving, /
a top surgery.
Like tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. We're going to be gifting this, and then Mars will be like, oh my God. Do not tell him. The only way he will know we got this from the trash is if he listens to this show.
I'll have to look up how to get those parts that you mentioned.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I have the manual, possibly. So, it's the model is already in there. Yeah. So I found that. I found $120 worth of women's shoes, some knives unopened, untouched by a man's flesh.
Yeah, they're in a package still.
Yeah, I'm going around. We found a huge mirror
which I need.
Yeah.
So we don't have to share the bathroom when I'm trying to get ready for work.
Also, I found a scale. I was like, awesome, need that. I've been working out One Punch Man style. And then I found a office chair that rolls around. I was like, cool, throw the scale on there. And then I was walking. Oh, hey, there's a TV box. Let me see what's inside of there. Probably not. Oh, my God, it's a TV. Looks good. But we have gotten burned before. We found a huge-ass TV, but it's one that is known to break all the time. It's a smart TV that just won't boot up sometimes.
Yeah, it was a large Roku smart TV. And when looking it up online, tons and tons and tons of people were saying that theirs was not working properly.
Yeah, so we could have spent $120 getting it repaired, but I was like, no, I don't want to spend that time.
Fuck that.
So we've gotten burned on TVs before, but I'm like, if it does work, this thing's huge. So I put the box on the rolly chair and just rolled it back home.
Yeah, we'll have to look at, I don't know, the specs or whatever to see if it's better than our TV or not.
I know it's a 1080p, and I think yours is too.
Okay.
So it's better than this one right here, but this, I don't think, this is so big it can't fit.
Which one is newer, though?
I don't know. We'll check it out.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Because the model number's on there, but going to the website to find the model number, it doesn't even say how large it is. I had to go to another unofficial site to find the exact specs.
Yeah.
So we'll find the mount. We'll find the steed. Yeah, you mount the steed and it says,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've been really, because we also, the first thing we ever found that was worth a damn, someone just threw out Silent Hill for PlayStation 1 and it sold, how much?
$180.
Ooh, so that's money in our pockets, guys. So if you have trash, even if it's not worth anything, especially Yogi Bears, head over to our P.O. Box. It's in the description of every single episode.
Send us your trash. And will try my best to make sure that James doesn't open it before we record a podcast because he gets too excited and doesn't wait.
Yeah, you want truly, especially if it's IP related. If it's a T-shirt with Rick and Morty on it, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Truly, if we're not going to use it, we will find someone who wants it. That should be like our, not trash corner. I guess we call it the dumpster.
The dumpster dive.
Yeah. Oh my, yes. So guys, please help contribute. Our P.O. box is in there. Please just let me know when you send stuff so I can be sure to go there.
And then we can put that money towards like shit for the podcast.
Yeah, there you guys go.
And we'll let you know. We'll keep you updated.
But especially go to a grandparent's house, see if they have any Yogi Bear memorabilia, and dibs on it in the will. Then you want to know I can't afford it? Just find somewhere that has arsenic and just start sprinkling it on all their stuff.
Excuse you?
Toothbrush, pills, hard candies. They'll think like, oh, I'm eating a piece of bubble gum. Oh, what's this white dusty stuff? Nah, it's arsenic. I don't know what arsenic is. I mean, I don't know what it looks like, what form it's in.
I'm pretty sure it's powder.
Okay, it's not a liquid in a tincture.
I mean, you can because it's a powder.
Oh, yeah. You powderize it, whip it up in a warm water.
Exactly.
Or a warm soda. I know Elderly loves Tab.
Elderly loves Tab. Title of the episode.
Oh, shoot. Nicole, you have anything to talk about from this week?
I already did, bitch.
Oh, just us finding trash and selling it?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there probably is, but I don't remember right now.
Oh, yeah. It's been sweltering the past couple days, but it's been super cold, super hot. And luckily, the super cold days are elongated.
Yeah, I feel like that's mainly the issue is that it goes from really cold to really hot, so it just feels worse than it is.
Yeah. Quick news up front. Remember, over on patreon.com/MLM pod, starting in July, we're going to be discussing once a month, just doing mostly Speaking Sentai for Akiba Ranger. So sign up for that, patreon.com/MLM pod. This week, we're doing the Terrifier for This Existed, Lil Corey and I, and we started a new thing called Straight to Patreon for the $10 patrons. That is us. We have a dinner and a movie night with friends. We had Melzer come over from the Morphbots and so much more. And we watched Ghoulies 3, Ghoulies Go to College. Nicole, do not say how you felt on it because it might be a bombshell and you guys want to freaky hear about it. So it's just our friends come over, we watch the movie, take no notes, and then we just chat as if we're friends talking because we are. And yeah, that's it. Do you want to get into this episode of Super Sentai?
Do.
All right. Today we watched a 5-man. A beautiful, beautiful episode. Truly, it is episode 26 entitled It's Kyushu, Yay, I believe.
Yes.
And I propose this to anyone out there. Find a more perfect episode of Super Sentai than this one.
Yeah, so this show is just Car Ranger now.
Yeah, but pre-Car Ranger. I'm pre-Car Ranging.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, but done at least visually much better because the print of Car Ranger, I would love them to get a new transfer. It's a little muddy and washed out in some areas, but this looks beautiful. And they're on this beautiful, gorgeous island. And I think that contributes to like, hey, this is...
I mean, I feel like all the places they go are beautiful.
Yeah, but this specifically, it's like greenery. There's somehow a desert. I don't know how that fell into place. Maybe it was just a huge beach and they cut off the ocean in your view. I love this episode. It's so good. And it starts out with Garo coming down from a helicopter, which is badass. They're a fucking space league. Why don't they have a spaceship transport him? It's a helicopter, but that just makes him seem like he's mobbed up or something.
Yeah. I kind of just like dismissed it, but yeah, what?
Yeah, this would have cost them more money than, unless Toei owns a helicopter, they probably do, but it would have cost more money to do that than just like have a miniature like go phew, and then Garo like jumps down from it and then he lands and they're like, hell yeah, dude. But
or just like don't, because they're aliens, so we don't know their technology. Like they could just fucking teleport. I don't know.
Yeah. It hasn't been established yet, but just do it this episode. He's in the base of operations and he says, I need to go to that island to show them what for. So that's what he's doing, because the previous episode, I mean, the previous 25 episodes, they're not doing a good job. He needs to save face for himself with the Empress and say, I'm cutting down on this bullshit. I'm snapping some skulls and breaking some bones. Smashing some bones, I should have said.
Until
he's hitting up the bat underlings, and they keep looking at this weird clock thing. It's like an astrological clock.
Yeah.
And he's about to, I think, execute one of them.
Uh-huh.
And they hold up the clock and says, no, look at what time it is. And they're like, oh no, it's topsy-turvy day. Nicole, what is that?
When they switch ranks, bitch.
Yeah, so truly the people on top become people on bottom, and the people on bottom become the people on top. I don't think the Empress is participating in this because she should have been the lowliest of the low.
But she showed up and said that they had to.
Yeah. So I don't think she
Oh, you're just saying that she's not
participates.
part of it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I think every single company throughout the world needs a topsy-turvy week.
Dude, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, oh, this is kind of actually cool, because then it like gives the higher ups like more perspective.
Yeah. And because it would be a full week, it would be so quick that a 4-day work week is institutionalized throughout the United States of America, because they'd be like, fuck, man. Or they'd center around Memorial Day, Labor Day, those things that have a 4-day week already. But no, you can't do that unless every week is 4-day week. Yeah, but the weird thing about that is at Burger King, my position would not have changed because I was directly in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
At that ticketing company, my position would not have changed because I was directly in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It would only be Dr. Pepper that I'd be like, oh, hell yeah, I'm changing a lot of this bullshit, guys.
Mm.
Oh, you think you're going to over-order every single order because you can and you know eventually this shit will sell, but pass it over to me to organize all the shit? No, that's not happening. You have to organize at least one pallet now. Because then, hey, if you take away another pallet, oh, baby. Oh, or they just stack them higher. But then the people driving would be like, no, we're not doing that.
Well,
Everything's
that's when you
tipping
just
over.
like double over order so that they're like, oh, this fucking sucks. I'm not going to do this anymore.
Yeah, but that's mean. But at KYP, Kill Yourself Productions, all of a sudden, I would be Stitch's position. I'd be like, oh yeah, horrorcore community, bow before me. And they'd be like, you're so great. Oh, we love you, Skeeter. I'm not Marshland Monster to anyone in that community. So yeah, that would be my work. Nicole, how would a topsy-turvy be for you?
I mean, I'm also in the middle, so it'd be pretty much the same.
Oh, but all of a sudden, I guess because it's topsy-turvy, yeah, you would, at Tasty Corner, you could have exploited teen labor.
Sure.
Or it's topsy-turvy, you exploit elder labor. All of a sudden,
exploit the elderly.
You gots to do it, guys.
What did we say at the opening of this?
I have no idea.
It also had to do with the elderly, and I already forgot.
Yeah. Elder ring, that is when you get a bunch of elders in like this labor ring, and you're underpaying them. It's just like, hey, we put a bowl of Werther's on the lunch table. That's it. That's all you get. But they can't do anything because no one else is going to hire them. They won't feel worth anywhere else.
But if like the same rules apply, you wouldn't switch positions like with the owner.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I think you wouldn't switch positions with the health department because they're technically in charge, or the labor force representatives. But yeah, I guess you're right. It wouldn't be with the owner.
Yeah.
Boo. Then this is some purge bullshit, Nicole. The purge, you should be allowed to kill politicians and more. That's why I made sure it was not one by another.
I was like, what is happening?
Yeah, I don't want to say.
Is he okay?
No, I am okay. I don't want those
You're
two
censoring
words
yourself
together. I think that that purge bullshit is so stupid. You should be able to, like, if you are allowing everyone else to be subject to this terror, you should also be subject to that terror. And it's insane. If everyone in the purge, they're like, hey, you want to know what, this year, we are all going to go to the representatives who voted on this and just mass murder, hey, we got a bunch of rocket launchers and Molotov cocktails. Oh, they're protected with their windows and it's got metal barriers. Yeah, guess what? Everything fucking burns, baby.
Yeah, it's hard for me to believe that in that environment people wouldn't still just do it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you could see it does happen in today's, like, why aren't people going and burning down police precincts and such?
I mean, they did at one point.
Well, one was perpetrated by someone who was trying to make the movement look bad. And I think, like, in France and shit, they do it right. But in Portland, was it?
I believe, yeah.
Where they, like, reprimanded an entire, like, precinct and maybe city hall. Like, that shit's cool. Because it's showing, like, no, the people have the power, not the warlords or the authority, the totalitarians. And that's what people should be doing. Plus, hey, if you're a teenager listening, find when count day is for your school. Do a walkout there and let people know beforehand, because then the teachers will strike saying, hey, nope, this can't happen. So the teachers will hopefully make change because, oh man, our babysitters are gone, because that's what parents think teachers are these days.
For those who aren't aware, explain what count day is.
So count day is the day, I believe it's in all states, but maybe Michigan only calls it count day. It's the day when attendance is taken, and based off from how many people are at school, the state provides money to those schools. Money talks in this country, unfortunately. So
country spelled Cuntry.
Or TREE, because it's branches of the government are full of fucking cunts.
Okay.
So it's like a family tree, you know?
Anyway.
They're going to see, hey, if there's no one at school, there are 0 kids, that's technically like, hey, you don't get any money. So this is what you need to do.
Yeah,
this is why you don't do it all of a sudden. We don't want teachers to be negatively affected by this, because technically teachers are negatively affected by school shootings. But if you give them forewarning, like, hey, we will be walking out every single child, teachers will be like, oh, fuck, then we're going on strike. And guess what, kids? You don't need to tell anyone how to fucking change it, because you're children. You shouldn't need to do that. Teachers don't even need to do that. Teachers can just say, hey, until this whole school shooting thing is settled, we will be on strike. And that's it. Let everyone else figure it out. You don't need to make stances. Just say, like, hey, I don't want to come to school fearing that I'll be shot.
Yeah.
So I got to start making TikToks and stuff, really get a movement going.
Yeah.
Because walking out one day, rich men in their 40s plus are not going to give a shit. because they can just turn off the news. They can block you out. But money talks. Also, money talks because parents will be like, well, the teachers are still on strike. I need to either stay home or I need to get a babysitter to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The purge, baby. Topsy-turvy.
You gotta speak their language, and their language is money, dude.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Dollar signs, cashish, dinero.
Yeah.
Trash as well, because that's money to us.
Trash to cash, you fucks.
But speaking of cash, gold.
Gold.
Because that's our villain today. He's like a pharaoh scarab.
Mummy
guy.
Yeah, because they mummy people.
Speak up.
Sorry.
His name is Koganagin, correct?
I mean, I don't know. I would say Kaganagin, but I don't know the pronunciation of shit.
Because the O is always the O sound.
Oh, okay.
So get it, girl. This, Nicole says, because their plan, the 5 men are on this island vacationing from the previous episode, at least in my head canon they are. And they're like, we're going to dust his bug dust on their plates. And when they eat it, they will turn into gold statues and they will gift that to the Empress. Nicole was like, oh, James, it's your nightmare bug dust.
Bug dust.
It's gold bug dust. And that's just a dirty job, baby. Mike Rowe style. You get profit for harvesting this bug dust, even though it's real gross.
It took me until now to realize that it was like mummy themed, this evil monster, which is really cool. Because it is wrapped like a mummy, but it's also a bug.
Yeah, he has like bug
and it
armor.
Eats gold.
Yeah.
It's kind of sick.
Which technically a sarcophagi is a gold statue.
Yeah.
Just a coffin of it.
Yeah.
And speaking of the golden statues, they present this gold dusted, but not gold dust. Sean, I hear him running. Oh man, guys, we got to talk about the Rhodeses. There's a caterpillar that drops down after the 5 men are given this dusted food. He smacks it out. It's Garo. In a nice little...
Gets afraid and drops the plate.
And then a dog eats it and turns into a pig statue.
It's a dog.
It is not a dog, Nicole. This is a pig. It's rounded like a pig. It probably had a curly tail like a pig. And also a curly dick like one, too.
Wow.
I was ready to eat the flesh off a bone.
Like a scarab.
Oh, and like a pig.
And like a pig. We got to watch that movie.
What movie?
Pig.
Oh. Yeah, in like 2 years.
Actually, it'll be like 6 years.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
We got to do a week of nothing but.
I did the math.
Just like this existed.
Because I've made the whole fucking list. And I was like, oh, okay, it's like 30 something to 90 something. You subtract it, it would be 60. It's almost 6 years.
Okay, all right. But we should do a month, just 4 episodes of Engaged with Nicolas Cage. But money talks in this country. Nicole will walk unless we get those patrons, guys. So patreon.com/MLM pod.
Yeah.
Oh, truly, if you haven't listened to an Engaged with Nicolas Cage, we've put some free ones out. It's just this, but Nick Cage movies instead of Super Sentai. And Nicole's a little more at the helms. And we're so much... Our 8mm episode, very analytical. Like, I was pulling film critique out my ass somehow.
I mean, it also, there wasn't like a lot of room to just fuck around either, though. Like, there's a lot of shit that happened, and it was a very serious movie.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising.
It's not like where I was saying, oh, it's Clorox flushable wipes or whatever the fuck that bit was in the early days. Namco, hell yeah.
Get it right.
Ooh, baby, I like it, Ross. Dress for less. There are so many twists and turns in this episode, Nicole.
I like it.
Because truly we get them at an amusement park outside of one. Then we find out about the Topsy-Turvy Day. There's gold statues. There's a mummy. There's an underwater scene. The desert beach thing. And then finally a cave full of gold. Mm-hmm. This is truly the most hectic thing ever. And I loved it.
The scarab monster Mummy's one of the bat peeps on accident, and they just like dissolve.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh shit. And I was like, oh shit. the stakes of this.
Yeah, because the five men are on their tail now, and they're like, we're going to get you. But in this episode, Garo keeps, because he's now an underling, he's the only one handling this along with the gold guy. And he keeps getting punched, hit, smashed, bopped in the nose. And it's very funny. This episode is so good.
I didn't think it was. I thought it was cheesy.
Oh, yeah. I mean, funny in a cheesy way. Like, if all of a sudden, like, it's like the Kelso in that 70s show, like, no matter what, when he gets hit or he gets, like, thrown out of the screen, he always says, oh, my eye.
Yeah.
It's like one of that, but in a single condensed episode where no matter what someone tries to punch at, it always lands on his nose.
Yeah.
I thought it was cute.
Why wouldn't you say, like, Marcia from the Brady Bunch?
I mean, that was a single episode and she got hit in the nose once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And people just, okay.
Watch the Brady Bunch. It's on Paramount, dude.
No, thanks.
It's good.
I'll pass. Thank you.
Pass on that ass. You keep talking. I forgot. I needed to take off my shorts before we recorded.
You forgot to take off your shorts?
Yeah, because you need to salute them. No, because I don't want my pants just getting sweaty.
Okay. Fucking weirdo. So the five men jump into the water.
Yeah,
because they can't get dusty in the water.
And they can't get mummified in the water.
But apparently they can shoot lasers out of the water.
Okay. Nicole, if you were to try and throw toilet paper at someone 20 feet below water, it
would flow.
Yeah, but it wouldn't hit them. Exactly. Like it wouldn't reach them. But if you had a laser beam cannon, pew pew, it's going to go off, baby.
No.
That's how light works, Nicole, in mysterious ways. Also, didn't you like fall off your bed or something as a kid and you hit your nose?
Yeah.
That was my note to ring around getting hit in the nose.
Okay.
Weren't you like you were jumping on the bed?
That's what I've been told.
And then you just didn't heal your nose.
Uh-huh.
That sucks.
Yup.
Did it hurt?
I don't remember it.
Whoa, you hurt your head so bad you blocked it out. I wonder if your parents were like, oh, my nose. Oh, my nose.
They weren't, because they're not mean.
My parents were always like, principal.
Yeah. Sorry, your parents are mean.
I'm kidding. That was my brother and sister.
Well, that's fine then.
It's not. My brother and sister deserve to get purged.
Oh my God.
Meaning they get to blow away some people.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. They don't listen. My sister cleans offices, I think. She has all the time in the world to put me in her ear.
Yeah.
Because she's doing deals and shit. So one is Bluetooth headset and then the other is earphone.
I don't blame your siblings for not wanting to hear you talk about like various sexual things that you bring up constantly.
That's why, hey,
Except like surprisingly this episode, you're doing very well.
Yeah. So I will send my family my hardcore rap music that's like about Satan and stuff. I'll send them Gene Materials, but Indica Inch, I'm like, well, that's just me getting high and masturbating to Lorelei Gilmore. Well, stoned watching Gilmore Girls. Hey guys, June 10th, Indica Inch, Marshland Monster, Dragon Boy Suede, produced by me, Marshland Monster.
Oh, that's the end of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, I quit talking. It's end of story.
It just didn't seem like the end of the story. I don't understand what the point of bringing that up was.
But it's the same as them not wanting to listen to sexual stuff. I don't send them these episodes, just like I wouldn't send them Indica Inch out June 10th.
Oh, I thought you said you did send them that.
No, I said I did not.
Okay.
I didn't yet.
Sorry. For some reason, I thought you said you did.
Nicole, to every concert she has been to, gets kicked out by security an hour after it ends. Because she's like, I don't know. It didn't really seem like they were finished with their set.
Yeah.
Like a freak. Stand-ups don't even... At the shithole, Nicole would be there at like midnight. And Zach Bartz would be tapping his little foot, looking at like he's Sonic the Hedgehog after you wait too long. He's like, are you going to leave, Nicole? I hate to be mean. That's not in my nature. I'm a sweet little boy.
Yeah.
And then Nicole's like, that bit of someone reading about a detective or something, there were weird shits happening in the shithole. I thought it was going to be not weird. That's how it was going to mold. Oh, man. And when Nicole goes to the gynecologist, she's like, you didn't give me an orgasm. Of course I'm still here. Nicole goes to the masseuse and says, this is not a happy ending because she gets the freaking bill.
Yeah.
So Garo, he's like, they go into this car, but when he tries to go in, the scarab guy says, hey, man, your hat's too big. You got to take it off. And he's like, yeah, I'll take it off. And just makes the car a Corvette with his sword.
A Corvette?
Yeah, it's a convertible, sorry.
You should be. You're on Scare Tactics.
Hey, Howard Kramer, he was on Scare Tactics. Dragon Boy Suede.
Dragon Boy Suede.
But yeah, he just slices off. The only convertibles I will get in is a Corvette convertible. That's why they're interchangeable.
What?
Also,
Why?
if a Corvette
is this a joke? It's a joke.
If
Never
a
mind.
Corvette isn't also a convertible, nah, son, I'm not getting into it.
Yeah.
Got top down, hair flowing, with the beat dropping, boom, boom. Smoking a blunt in the 6th grade.
Oh.
My sister had a I don't know why maybe because it was dirt cheap, because it's like, oh, a convertible in Michigan? Yeah, it's going to be very inexpensive on a used car lot.
You can only use it 4 months out of the year.
Yeah, but she used it all the time. It was like a Skylark. I don't remember the brand of car. But yeah, she would never put the top down because she's like, it's a bitch to bring it back up.
That's fair.
Uh-huh. But it's like, why even have it, Louise?
Because it was a car that she had.
Yeah, it was a gift.
Yeah, exactly.
I hated that car, though, because the only thing I remember is my sister begrudgingly, angrily picking us up from our bus stop because all the buses would meet at the high school. So I was in the intermediate. My brother was in the middle school. We'd converge, and she's like, we have to go to Mom's because I got caught smoking weed and ratted you two out, even though James hasn't smoked weed in over a year. So we would have to go to my mom's store at the time every single day after school.
Yeah.
Man.
Because they own, what was it at that time, a flower shop or the other place?
It was a dollar store.
Dollar store.
That's one of the things that I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive my sister for.
Pissed.
Of just, there was probably absolutely no reason she should have ratted my brother out, and especially not me out. It was just to get some of the heat off of her.
Yeah.
But we still all got the same punishment. It might have been less if she had just taken it all, because my parents wouldn't have been like, well, Louise needs to every single day come here after school. It probably would have been like, hey, for a month, you have to work at the store for free. That's your grounding. But because it was a collective.
It's like, just one kid all the time.
Yeah.
That's annoying. Yeah.
So you want to know what, Louise? You fucked up even more than I originally thought.
So mad.
I am. And the Chocobo Racing?
Chocobo Racing.
I should see how much that game is going for, and send Louise a like PayPal request.
That's extremely petty.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my God.
She didn't have the right to lend that out to anyone.
Yeah.
I hope I get stuff that she wants in my Nana's will, and I'm just going to give it to people. I'm going to say, hey, I don't really know this person, but they kind of wanted to use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely shouldn't do that.
Too bad. This is called payback, fuckers. Did this happen when I was 12 years old? Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Juan, I always hold a grudge.
Well, maybe that's, maybe she just needed to be held.
Yeah, probably. But they go to Gold Park. It's a cool place. It's just like, I want to go to this place because I'm so perplexed. There's a cave that just has gold in it, but that can't be real because I wouldn't let them film in a room full of gold.
James, you really think that's real?
Oh, but is it real? And if it is real, is it practical? Like Fort Knox has a bunch of gold in it. Why can't the fort be in a mountain?
Why can't just a park
Yeah.
have gold?
Or actually, it would be cool if, like, you walk past it as a family, but it's not real gold. It's just to, like, symbolize, like, hey, this is how much gold we do have.
Mm-hmm.
So if you eat gold, come over here.
Yeah.
Are you a rich person that eats leafed gold?
See, I thought, like, it was going to be that the big, like, it wasn't like a sign, but they were just, because they were like individual letters that were like painted gold to say Gold Park or whatever. I thought like that was the gold that they were after, but then they just like showed up to this like cell with a bunch of gold in it, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah,
think Fort Knox, but in a mountain.
It's like more realistic for just this, or like it makes more sense or more believable for the sign to just be made out of gold.
Did you know everything was gold aboard Titanic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just had, it was decadent, Nicole, which I can't believe we haven't talked about this. Do not watch Titanic 666. It's so bad and not even in a good way.
I feel like you don't need to tell people to not watch it.
I was looking forward to watching it because I thought like, hey, it's Titanic 666. That's such a bold statement to make for a movie to be titled that. Like, oh, you know what you're getting into. It's going to be a dumb, stupid ride. It's just bad.
Mm-hmm.
Boring, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I was disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I had my hopes too high for Titanic 666.
They should have been very low.
Well, they're starting a car chase, Nicole, because that's another of the twists and turns.
Oh, we're going backwards now.
Yeah, I forgot to bring this up. It's them racing to Gold Park. That's why, like, the concept of Gold Park we should have talked about first.
Sure.
And then the car chase. He slices off. It's a Corvette convertible that isn't a Corvette, so it's technically not a convertible. You also can't reconvert
not a convertible.
Yeah. And the five men are chasing after them. The five men's car is just getting brutalized. All of a sudden, the two passenger side doors get ripped off by the two guys. Then they slice off one of their tires, but it's still going. And they're like, oh my God, brothers and sisters, our tire's off. And they're like, quit making jokes. As like Gaku says that, he's like, quit making jokes. He like ripped off the steering wheel.
Yeah, it just came right off.
And he's like, oh shit, because Ken's like, you put that back on. And then they like go over a hill and you don't see it. And then the car explodes.
Yeah.
And they are untouched.
Like not even like ashes and like dirty. They're completely clean.
Yeah. Oh, also during this, the gold guy's like, I don't even have my seatbelt on. Do you even have a license? To Garo. And Garo looks back and says, yeah, of course. It's an all-class license. And he's like, all-class? Oh, dear. Yes. Yes, this is like...
It's Car Ranger.
Which I believe you wish Car Ranger was a little more like this.
I don't know.
Okay.
I do not know.
To get into this gold cave, They have to take a train, but the train's out of order for the Scarab guy and
Yeah,
Garo.
because they called the park to tell them.
So they're walking on the train tracks, and the 5 men are like, hee, we're going to ram you with a train. And it would have been very funny if the train would have somehow just hit Garo's nose and flung him up.
Yeah.
Like, keep the joke going.
Or just like, it like pushes him out of the way and then he like, his face like hits the wall.
Yeah. Nose first.
Yeah, nose first, baby.
And so please watch this episode, guys, and let us know what happens when they get flung up to another level of this cave and maybe in a comatose super, the Scarab guy is like, oh, where's the gold? Where's the gold? And grabs at Garo's groin and he says, Garo stands up and he's like, that's not gold. But then like 2 testicle, like bouncy things drop out.
Like, no, just like literal balls.
That's a funny joke because maybe he did have golden balls or something down there. Because what were those?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't laugh, so I don't think it was a funny joke. I was just confused.
Maybe because, yes, we were just so perplexed because we don't know what they were. But if this was in like a Tim and Eric setting and they're like, oh, that's not gold, those are my testicles. And then all of a sudden, like gold balls plop out and they're like, oh, I guess I did have gold balls down there and you weren't touching my testicles. And this is where the gold room is. And we find out that the Bat Soldiers kind of knew this was going to happen and orchestrated this because the 5 men chase them into this gold cell and then the Bat guys are in a different area with like a TNT trigger. They go psh, and then it blows up and they're like, yes, we did it. We won. Finally. You guys are plebes now. We're in command forever and always, besides every 20 years when Topsy-Turvy Day happens.
Yeah.
And then toot toot, they hear a train. Also, we should say this is like a children's train or one you would see at like Disney World to bring you around the park.
Yeah.
It's not a full-grown train. It pulls into the station and who's there? The 5 men. And the 5 men say, us 5 men are invincible. No explanation of how they got out of it.
Love it.
This episode truly is, you have to be on board.
Yeah.
Like the train.
All aboard, baby.
Toot toot. And then they start fighting, they're winning, but then all of a sudden, Garo and Scarab guy, they come out and he says, Captain Garo, I'm indestructible. Same line, same cool shit. They have a battle, and that's the end.
And also, like, there are puppets here and there, which I just tried to ignore.
Yeah. Perfect episode, guys. I loved it. Of 5 men, not of this show.
Yeah.
This was probably like a B+.
Sure.
Maybe a B.
It was fun.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, how it ends is them in an airplane flying off this island, and the narrator says, oh, the battle underneath this land sun has finally ended, but at least they got to do it in the beautiful greenery and amusement parks of this island town. And it reads like the tourism board of that area paid them to come here or said, oh, you can't film here unless you say this. There was stipulations written into contracts that had to be written into the script.
Or maybe someone just like really loved it there.
Oh, yeah, that could be true.
And wanted to be like, hey, this place is underrated.
Yeah. Or is from there.
Yeah.
And is given a hometown shout out. I never do that to Muskegon, though. I'd say like trashy things about them. So, like borderline on defamate. Can you defamate a town?
Yes.
Okay. Like if I said, like, if I had a TV show and every episode there was like a joke at the disparage. No, because then New Jersey would be suing everyone.
But that's just like making jokes, at least from what I've seen.
People are like, oh, Jersey smells terrible. Don't go there.
Yeah.
Like that's the basis of most jokes. So yeah, I'm gonna
It's full of smog.
Yeah, if I ever like Toxic Avenger is like, oh, I'm New Jersey's one and only superhero, and it's the depiction in trauma movies of New Jersey is like, ooh, this place is not fun. Class of Nukem High? Ooh, no, thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that to Muskegon.
All right.
Make sure family members call me and say, hey, you gotta stop doing this. We have the same exact last name.
Uh-huh.
I'll say, I don't give a shit.
I'll say, then change yours, bitch.
So I would say, technically, I use a pen name, so...
Yeah. Penis name.
Should I start sounding, Nicole?
I don't know what that means.
It's when I push things into my penis.
Let's
do it.
That's not healthy.
Let's see how much I can fit in my
You
penis.
should not. That's not. No.
And we'll make a Pornhub video of like, man fits 20 Orbeez through his urethra. And watch him piss it out. And I go, I'm training for kidney stones. Because I got a high iron diet. I don't know what causes kidney stones. Calcium, I think it is.
I don't know. I know if you drink a lot of like brown pop,
Brown pop?
gives you kidney stones.
Okay, well, that's full of protein and calcium, so it's one of those two.
Yeah.
That's why I only drink Mountain Dew, baby. Gulp, gulp. Let me check. What causes kidney stone?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you better believe that's what I'm doing.
Well, I thought we were done, and then you were like, I'm gonna Google this.
I'm gonna sound.
I'm gonna Google this.
Oogly moogly ooh. What causes kidney stones?
Cat soup.
They're hard deposits made of minerals and salt. Diet, exercise, or excessive body weight, some medical conditions may cause them. It's not like, oh, what food causes kidney stones? Beets, chocolate, spinach, rhubarb, tea, and most nuts are rich in oxalate, which can contribute to kidney stones. Nicole, you eat a lot of nuts. Maybe take a step back from the trail mix and maybe hit the trail, okay?
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna do it. Nicole, what you got to plug?
I have my various social media platforms. I'm Darling Homebody. Visit darlinghomebody.com to check out the creepy cute stuff that I make, such as lots of different stickers. One of them being a sexy Loki, the superhero. What else? Oh, patreon.com/darlinghomebody for a monthly sticker magnet.
Yeah. Hey guys, go to mlmpod.com for information about my other podcasts like Shuffling the Deck, Sweet Child of Time, and Hit It and Crit It. Oh baby, oh baby. Also, listen to my music under Marshland Monster. Have another single with Dragon Boy Suede, aka Howard Kramer, coming out very soon, June 9th at night, June 10th, whatever you want to do. So follow me on Spotify, Apple Music, just to get that right away and stream it so much. That and the instrumental loop it for a long time.
But not too much.
Well, no, there was one person who opened like 20 tabs and just had it all playing at the same time. And that's why you can't find I'll Get There Volume 1 on Spotify. So yes, please check that out. You can also download most of my music for free, some for money over on mlmpod.com, and you can stream it all there as well. Finally, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive podcast every single Friday. And if you're a $10 patron, you get that straight to Patreon, plus our previous watch-alongs, play-alongs, and streams. Also, you get shout-outs on every single free feed podcast. So let's begin, starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, The Waz, Orion, he's a rapper, Defo, D-F-O, Kayla, aka Two Grapes, Jordan B, The Chaos Witch, Nicole's brother, Joshua, Steve Barnes, intro void. He's good. Oh, and the woman who I was pushed out of. I wish it was just a few seconds not pushed out, because then I would have been dead with that umbilical cord and no one would have known me and your life would have been better for that. I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Sentai. Bye-bye. P. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit mlmpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today. Oh,